So, und damit ein Hey-Ho und herzlich willkommen hier zu, ja, dem heutigen Stream. Wie ihr seht, heute mal kein Gaming in dem Sinne, denn es ist natürlich Gamescom angesagt. Und Hallöchen auch an Damien. Ja, Gamescom. Die Gamescom Opening Night. Ich bin sehr gespannt, was uns dort erwartet. Sie fängt in 7,5 Minuten an. Und bis dahin quatschen wir noch mal ein bisschen eine Runde. Ich ist im Grunde eigentlich gerade mein erster Versuch, wirklich mal ein bisschen Real Talk oder Let's Chatting zu machen. Weil ihr kennt mich, normalerweise starte ich ja immer direkt im Dings. Hm. Oh, cool. Meine Yoshi-Tasse hat grüne Flecken, deswegen greift der Greenscreen gerade. Hm, auch was. Ja, Gamescom. Ich muss ganz ehrlich sagen, Gamescom, war lange nicht mehr auf der Gamescom. Wird auch gern wieder hin, aber leider ist mir das aktuell noch zu gefährlich mit mit der Corona-Pandemie und so. Deswegen dachte ich mir, hey komm, lässt es einfach mal, weil ich weiß nicht. Also irgendwie, ich weiß nicht. Das ist zwar schön und gut, zur Gamescom zu rennen und ja, es ist auch wirklich wie so ein Festival, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen. Aber, ich weiß nicht. Und wie ihr hört oder auch im Nachhinein nicht hört, habe ich es hingekriegt, dass ich ein bisschen Musik hauen kann, ohne dass es später im VOD landet. Hehe. Ja, ähm, ich hoffe, da sind sehr, sehr viele coole Spiele dabei, die mir sehr Spaß bringen. Ne? Ich werde mich mal bei uns im Discord in den Live-Channel setzen. Also wer von denen ne, dazukommen will, um einfach nur mal ein bisschen zu quatschen, kann gerne mitquatschen, ne, darüber. Ähm, für die Leute, die das jetzt erwarten, hä, was macht er jetzt? Wir werden gleich in diesen Stream hier reingucken. Und zwar von der Gamescom. Da fängt ja gleich die Gamescom ähm, Opening Night live an, wo sie natürlich von der Gamescom allen möglichen Kram vorstellen. Und da habe ich sehr, sehr, sehr Bock drauf, da mal ein bisschen zu gucken, was sind so kleine Spielchen, die da eventuell in Zukunft mal Interesse halber bei mir gezockt werden können. Ne? Also sei es jetzt YouTube oder auch Twitch. Und ich bin sehr gespannt. Ne? Ich meine mal, noch ist ja, läuft ja noch der Countdown. Ich kann ja trotzdem einmal kurz hier vorbereiten. Zack, zack. Ähm, ja, okay. Ich mach mal kurz schon mal umswitchen. Da haben wir es nämlich schon. Ne, ihr seht, da läuft schon der Timer. Ne, da läuft schon der Timer. Deswegen, ne, wird noch, wie es mir geht. Mir geht's soweit super. Ne? Mir geht es super. Ich kann mal kurz, ne, ich mach mal kurz die Musik aus und simmer dann hier auch mal. Moment, wupp. So. Und switch auch schon mal rüber zu der anderen Dings. Ne? So. Ich glaube, ihr müsstet jetzt auch den Stream von Dings hören. Von der Gamescom. Ich weiß nicht. Ich hoffe, das ist so okay. vom Dings her. Weil auf Vollbild würde ich ungern wollen. Ja, wie gesagt, mir geht's soweit super. Ich hoffe euch auch. Ich habe jetzt 2 Wochen Urlaub. Das heißt, diese Woche und nächste Woche habe ich Zeit ohne Ende. Es sei denn natürlich, es kommt dahingehend etwas Privates dazwischen natürlich. Ne? Also ich habe hier, also nicht wundern, wenn wirklich mal ich so hier so, ich muss mal aufs Handy schauen, so weil ich habe einer ganz, ganz lieben Person gesagt, ich lasse mein Handy über den Stream an. Ich habe es jetzt nur lautlos, damit ne, der Klingelton nicht bimmelt. Ne? Aber damit sie genau weiß, hey, ich kann ihn jederzeit erreichen. Ja. Diese Woche steht bei mir einiges an. Ne? Heute natürlich Gamescom Opening Night Live Co-Streaming. Ansonsten natürlich ich habe nur noch diese Woche Ferien. Ja. Ne? Wenn man vom Teufel spricht, da kam gerade eine SMS. Ich muss kurz mal lesen, nicht wundern, ne? Ich mach mal kurz Facecam aus, Moment. Muss kurz mal antworten. So, da bin ich wieder. Entschuldigung. Aber, das musste jetzt sein, ne? Wie gesagt, jetzt fängt's an. Bin sehr gespannt. Ihr könnt ja gerne mal schreiben, ob der Sound soweit okay ist oder ob es, hier zu laut, zu leise ist. Ne? Ne?
Please welcome to the stage the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
Ja, ich hatte es vergessen. Die Gamescom Nightlife ist natürlich größtenteils Englisch. Aber es geht ja um die Spiele. Und vielleicht versteht der ein oder andere das bei euch.
I'm Jeff Keighley, and I gotta say, I am so excited to be here with you. We did this in 2019, live in person in Germany, and then the past 2 years we had to do it virtually from Los Angeles. And in 2020, the first show that my team did together live was that August, Gamescom, and we connected with all of you virtually. And the fact that we're back here in person, I don't want to ever take this for granted before. So, guys, are you ready for a fun show? Well, I gotta say, we have a lot of great stuff for you tonight. We have tons of world premieres. The entire industry has come together to showcase the future for you. We've got games like Sonic Frontiers, the Callisto Protocol, Outlast Trials,
Oh,
Hogwarts
Outlast.
Legacy, Gotham
Das wird doch
Knights,
was für Sven
and
sein
a
und
lot of surprises
Fred
of
und so.
things that we didn't talk about in advance. So we've got some good stuff for you tonight here at Gamescom.
Bin ich ja mal
And
gespannt.
I can't wait to get started. We've got 2 hours of stuff, so should we just get right to it? All right. I love the roar of a live crowd, and because we got a live crowd, we got to surprise you with some stuff tonight too. So let's start things off with our first world premiere. It's a new world from a brand new team that has a bold vision. Let's check this out.
Okay. World Premiere, okay.
We want the community to build this. We want it to be their worlds. We want them to tell their stories in our game. I think it's human nature to navigate uncharted territory, to find a place where we're free to
Artworks
explore,
gefallen mir schon
be
mal.
creative, and to share amazing
Bin mal gespannt, was das für ein Spiel ist.
Goals are to make an experience that's unlike any other, which is such an exciting thing to be part of.
I think ultimately, like,
Bisschen sieht's aus so.
create this kind of like open
Also das
world
eine Bild sah
that
gerade aus
goes
wie
in
so
every direction.
Diablo-mäßig, so schön Blick von oben.
We've put a lot of focus, I think, on the current zeitgeist and what it means to represent yourself digitally.
This is more than a game. It's a labor of love. It's a labor of passion.
The dream is to create a whole new world for the next generation of gamers, and I think that we've kind of captured that.
Players will play a massive part in this. It's not going to be just our game. It's not going to be just what we decide to do with it.
There's something in it that will definitely appeal to you, no matter what it is that you love to do.
The really thrilling aspect of all this is that people are going to get to see what we're doing for the first time.
I'm just so excited for people to see what we've
Jetzt
been
hier,
spending the
ne?
last 5 years, pouring our hearts and souls into.
And I'm excited to see how they feel about it, even though they will have to wait just a little bit longer.
Everywhere has become more than just a video game for us. And today, we're delighted to give you a peek behind the curtain.
Sicherheitshalber Handy auch zur Seite schon mal gelegt, dass ich mir irgendwelche Titel noch aufschreiben kann ins Handy. Und Autorennspiel? Ach nee, das ist... Ich wollte gerade sagen. Everywhere. Und die Entwickler. What? Doch ein Game. Everywhere. Mhm.
There you go, everywhere, and I'm sure you've got a ton of questions. And joining me now from Builder Rocket Boy is Adam Whiting to hopefully answer some of those, because we're a little confused, but we want to know a lot about this. So tell us, everywhere, what kind of game is this? What can you tell us, Adam?
Well, firstly, can I just say it's really exciting to just be here, and we've been looking forward to coming out of stealth mode and really delighted to start the conversation today here at Gamescom. Now, I won't be able to reveal everything, but what I can say is that really we're not trying to make a normal game. I think the scope and ambition of this project are quite unlike anything else. We want to build a whole new world for gamers, and not just a place to play, but watch, share, create, hang out with your friends, and so much more.
Well, I got to say, the end of the trailer, I think we all were taken aback by, whoa, change art style, this seems totally different. Is that part of Everywhere? What can you tell us?
Well, Jeff, that's one of the many surprises we've got in store for players. I mean, we are passionate about making games and telling stories, but ultimately we made Everywhere to be a place where players can make their own experiences, be who they want to be and tell their own stories. But we're still passionate about making immersive and cinematic experiences that players can just get lost in and enjoy. I guess you could say we want people to have their cake and eat it, and Everywhere is the place that can happen.
All right, well, definitely a bold vision for what you're doing here. The other question I'm sure we're all wondering is, we didn't say a date on the trailer. Any sense of when we're going to get to play this thing? Where are you at in development?
Well, I'm delighted to say that we aim to have Everywhere in the hands of players in 2023, but we've got many more things to show and tell over the coming months. and we're really excited for you to sign up on our website, everywhere.game. But really, today was just a sneak peek behind the curtain to see what the team has been so hard at work on. And we're really excited to get this in the hands of players as soon as possible.
Amazing. Well, Adam, thank you for sharing the reveal here at Gamescom. It's awesome to have so many European studios on stage. And tonight, we've got a lot of European studios that are going to reveal their games for the first time. And right now, we're going to move to another world premiere announcement.
Every. Wow.
I must not fear.
Ooh.
Fear is the mind killer.
Outlast oder was?
Fear.
Das ist Outlast-Ding?
That brings total obliteration.
Kann das sein? Nett. Das erinnert mich ein bisschen an das Ding aus Star Wars. Das, was auch Dings ist.
And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear is gone, there will be nothing.
Nettes Würmchen. Okay.
Only I will remain.
Dune. Awakening. Ein Open World Survival MMO. Dune heißt doch Wüste, oder nicht? Also ein Wüsten...
Trust me, the fun is just beginning tonight. All right, how many of you out there are fans of PlayStation? Well, we've got a fun surprise for you. I said, PlayStation, what can we do for all the fans coming together here at Gamescom? And right now, I'm honored to share this global PlayStation announcement with you right here at Gamescom.
PlayStation, okay. Ich meine mal, ich besitze ja eine 4. Keine 5, aber wer weiß. Huch. Okay, neuer Controller. DualSense Edge Wireless Controller.
There you go. The DualSense Edge. It's a high-performance, ultra-customizable, wireless PlayStation 5 controller designed by PlayStation. And you see there, you can have your own custom control profiles, customized to your play style. And if you guys want to learn more about the brand new controller, you can head to PlayStation Blog.
Für die Leute, die dauernd ihre Controller kaputt machen für die PS5.
All right, next up, the Callisto Protocol. You guys hyped for that game? Well, joining me now is Glenn Schofield from Striking Distance. Glenn, we are so excited about this game coming out in December. You came all the way over in the middle of development to Gamescom. We really appreciate it. How has the response been to Callisto so far?
Man, Jeff, the response has been fantastic for a new IP. I couldn't ask for anything more. So I want to thank the fans, and I want to thank my team for just really killing it. And it's great to be back at Gamescom, man. You know.
Der Typ da unterm Dings sieht aus wie hier, ne, also der da, der das sieht aus wie hier dieses, wie heißt das Ding-Spiel, wo man da mit diesem Baby im Ding da hin und her rennt. um Pakete auszulisten.
Was
auch der DHL-Simulator genannt wurde. Ich komme gerade nicht auf den Game.
Well, we got dismemberment, and we've shown the gore system. And today we're going to show a couple new things, including one that we're showcasing called mutations. So the enemies may sometimes have these tentacles that come out. And if you don't shoot them, take them out on time, this guy in real time is going to mutate in front of you into something bigger, badder, faster, meaner, and he's going to be taking you out. It's pretty cool.
Well, this is one of my most anticipated games. It's coming out this December. Glenn, thanks to you and the team for putting this together. Let's take a look at brand new gameplay from the Callisto Protocol.
Callisto Protocol, Weltpremiere. Mal gucken. Okay, das ist doch wieder hier Dead Space-like. Also das erinnert mich wieder an so Dead Space. Auch mit dieser Stase-mäßiges. Also das... Nett. Ich muss mal kurz was machen. Moment. Sorry Leute, ihr seht gleich wieder was. Da, bitte. Das ja doch ein bisschen brutaler aussieht, ne? Wie? Der hat sich ja richtig... Der hat sich ja gerade voll das Ding Gesicht zerrissen, um Neues darunter freizulegen. Also so eine Dings-Event. Das habe ich immer in Tomb Raider gehasst. Weil ich das immer nicht konnte. Solche Rutschpartien mit Quicktime-Events. Ich muss trotzdem noch was ändern. Moment. Geht gleich weiter. Vergessen das einzublenden. Da es ja doch Werbung für die Gamescom ist und so. Also das wäre zum Beispiel ein Spiel, das wäre nicht so meins. Es ist zu sehr Dead Space mäßig und Dead Space habe ich damals schon nicht so gern gespielt.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm so excited to be here at Gamescom. Hello, everybody. I'm your guide for tonight for all the happenings around Gamescom, and I'm really excited to be here because the heart of gaming is beating once again, and game devs and publishers from all around the world are making their way to Cologne to show you hundreds of new games. So if you're not here yet and still can come by, make sure to drop by, and if you can't, make sure to drop by next year because it is definitely worth a visit. And one of the highlights we have this year is we actually have the largest indie area ever bringing visitors and devs closer together than anywhere else in the world. And you can meet the makers of the most original and fantastic and creative games here. And if you're not here, and if you can't make it here, do not worry. You can also check out the Indie Arena booth online at gamescom.global. Jeff, it's back to you.
Die Indie Arena Booth, das ist die Indie-Ecke der Gamescom, wofür ich den Rest der Woche auch Indie-Games antesten darf. Also in dem Sinne, ne? Ab morgen bis Sonntag, jeden Tag 15 Uhr fangen wir Streams an für Indie-Games. Nebenbei, ne? Das erinnert mich ein bisschen an wieder in so Elden Ring oder so. Das wird doch wieder ein Souls-like sein, oder nicht? Also das wird auf jeden Fall, schätze ich mal, ein Souls-like sein. Weil allein diese riesen Hand und so und diese zigtausend Schwerter, das erinnert mich so an Souls-like-Spielen. Also so Dark Souls oder Elden Ring und so. Ja, auch diese Armee. Oh ja. Das
To defy the gods, one must embrace the darkness. And so lies our own.
Ja, dann kenne ich so einige Leute, die das suchten werden wie nichts Gutes. Oh ja. Da werde ich so einige, kenne ich so einige, die das dann suchten werden. The Lords of the Fallen. Wie gesagt, das sieht mir nach Dark Souls mäßig aus, also so ein Souls-like-Spiel. Nicht mein Fall, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen.
Alright, now it's time for another new game announcement. The sequel to a game that redefined the term couch co-op. Check this out.
Are you struggling? Missing your regular FARTs?
Wow, von so Souls-like, creepy, gruselig zu sowas. Auch guter Übergang.
Move your dreams, whoever you are. Apply today. No skills, no worries.
Oh, sowas, das habe ich schon mal gesehen. Das ist so ein Umzugsding, Simulator. Dass man die Bude alle rausräumen. So Buden rausräumen muss und so.
You can do it. Move locally or connect together online. Yeah. Nice one.
Ich glaube, alleine wäre eher aber so mit so 2, 3 Leuten zusammen könnte das bestimmt witzig werden. Und ich glaube, den ersten Teil hatte ich davon schon mal gesehen. Bei den zweiten Teil, das ist jetzt der zweite Teil gewesen. Darauf warte ich. Darauf warte ich. Hogwarts Legacy. Oh ja, da habe ich Bock drauf. Also das werde ich mir auf jeden Fall, mir holen und auch zocken und streamen und so. Also das ist wirklich so Wunschliste ganz oben.
The more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be.
If either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately.
Da habe ich richtig Bock drauf.
Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason.
A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable.
The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late.
None of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever.
What do we do now?
It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Oh.
I'm ready.
Crucio!
Interessant.
You've made your choice.
Have the two of you done?
Hogwarts Legacy. Darauf habe ich 10. Februar. Muss ich mir merken. Die Deluxe Edition kann man sich vorordern. Okay.
That's right, it's time to step into the world of Borderlands now. Joining me is the founder of Gearbox Entertainment Company, Randy Pitchford.
Neue Borderlands Kram.
Thanks for the intro.
New Tales
Jeff,
from the Borderlands.
Probably know me from my work at Gearbox creating
Das
Borderlands.
wäre vielleicht auch wieder was fürs Sven und Co.
Well, I got good news. I know some of you hardcore folks saw the leak, but I'm here to officially announce new Tales from the Borderlands.
So, tell us about this. We remember Tales from the
Die haben
Borderlands.
ja auch alle Borderlands gezockt.
It is. You know, I loved the original game, and so that's why we got some of the original storytellers and writers that were back in the day at Telltale and developed an all-new storyline with all new characters, created with production from Gearbox Studio Quebec. It's an all-new experience, and we're here to show it for the first time today. You guys want to check it out?
Let's do it. It's coming soon, too, right?
That's right. Coming in October of this year. October this year, all
Oh,
platforms.
kommt schon dieses Jahr im Oktober.
New Tales from the Borderlands. First at Gamescom.
Nett.
Most stories in the Borderlands start bloody. They end bloody too. Sometimes, all it takes to change the galaxy is a trio of losers trying to get through a bad day.
We are in the middle of a Tediore invasion.
Leave immediately! This area is now under Tediore jurisdiction!
They think there was a vault key being kept on the station.
If we can find whatever's in that vault before Tediore does, we can change our lives.
We're bad at this, like really bad. Tediore has many guns. Talking guns. Guns with legs. I'm gonna blast you so Shut up, Richard!
Okay.
I always wanted to change the universe for the better, and now we actually can!
But more importantly, we'll be drowning in ash!
Why are you people like this?
New Tales from Borderlands.
If you happen to see any corpses along the way, don't worry about them. They're just, yeah, don't worry about them.
Come
back to the city and join the deadliest spectacle of this season. I'm gonna tell you a story about a species that survived millennia. Homo neanderthalensis, Homo rhodesiensis, Homo erectus, all of them wiped out by the deadliest species of all. Us. I am Astrid. This is the new arena. And my advice for you, stay alive.
Okay, ein Abschlachtsimulator hier. Also ein Arena-Bettler.
Every day you fight for survival, but today you fight for glory. Anyone can be a warrior. What makes you different is the spirit of a champion.
Dying Light 2. Stay Human. Okay. Interessant. Werbung. Wer hätte es gedacht? Werbung.
Red Bull gives you wings. So you want to join?
Darauf warte ich auch. Obwohl, ist das? Nee, das ist es gar nicht. Ich glaube, das ist nicht Dings. Nee. Dachte er im ersten Moment, das ist Skulls and Bones. Aber das ist gar nicht Skulls and Bones. Was ist das denn Schönes? Piratenmäßig ist hier schon mal mein Teil. Tortuga, a Pirate's Tale. Schreibe ich mir auf. Tortuga. Escapen. Marauders kenne ich schon. Das ist hat ein Dalukat mal antesten dürfen. Also was bist du denn? Okay, was bist du? Sieht interessant aus. Lightfall. Ach, Destiny. Okay. Destiny 2 Lightfall. Okay. Deswegen sah es interessant aus.
The Gamescom Awards will be handed out to the winners of the best games on the show floor. Only submitted games showing at Gamescom will be eligible to be nominated, and the awards will be streamed on all Gamescom channels, so make sure to tune in. But tonight, I'm allowed to hand out 4 awards. I'm very, very excited about that. And I would say, let's jump straight into it, starting with the most wanted PC game. Here are your nominees.
Oh.
Metal Hellsinger.
Oh, das ist witzig. Das muss, da muss man auf Takt schießen. So. System Shock habe ich jetzt nicht auf dem Dings gehabt. Okay, Warhammer.
And the winner is Metal Hellsinger. And here to accept the award is Sheila Wikström, executive producer at The Outsiders.
Metal Hellsinger, wenn das war, glaube ich, das erste Game. Das war ganz witzig, weil das Ding hier es war so ein ist so ein Spiel, wo man schön durchrennen muss, schießen muss und das im Takt zu einer Mucke, also richtig witzig.
And the truth is, making games is super hard. When I started out, I don't think I really realized how hard. And what I learned is that focusing on compassion, kindness, and empathy just as much as any other craft in games would be the key to successful game development. And it's precisely those qualities that my team possess and why I'm so privileged to be working with them every day. I love you guys at home. I miss you so much. So what I want to say to you, my industry friends and colleagues, is treat each other with heart, kindness, and respect every day. Make games with humanity. Thank you so much.
Congratulations once again. And Jeff, back to you.
Thank you, Melly. Well, the world premiere train keeps going. It's time to move to the world of Sonic. Any Sonic Hedgehog fans out there? Sonic has had a pretty
Muss ganz ehrlich sagen, früher mal Sonic gespielt, aber die neueren Teile eher weniger.
We've got a brand new trailer for you and confirmation of the release date too. Check this out.
Oh, ich sitze so unbequem gerade. Bin ich ja mal gespannt.
Submit. Your reckless actions endanger the world. You cannot run forever. Leave immediately.
Oh, 8. November, also auch noch dieses Jahr. Interessant.
There you go. It is coming this year, Sonic Frontiers. All right, well now, another European studio wanted to use Gamescom O&L as a platform to announce another narrative experience. This comes from a French studio. Check this out.
Okay. Coral Studio. Oh.
We leave so many things behind us. Objects, memories, mistakes. They sink in time, touch the bottom and go to sleep. Silence is full of ghosts. And
Die Welt ist da untergegangen, oder was?
Can only come from the deep. Deep.
Also, ne, unter Wasser.
Waves.
Unter the waves, also unter den Wellen. Okay. Schreibe ich mir mal auf.
Guys, It's time for the goats. Ready for some goats? No live goats today, but we are here to talk about Goat Simulator 3. We got to announce this back at Summer Game Fest. And now it's time to see the gameplay of Goat Simulator 3 for the first time. Let's check this one out.
Under the Waves. Hat er gerade nebenbei was von Goat Simulator gedenkst? Gott. Jetzt gibt's doch noch. Oh ja, der Goat Simulator. Der bekloppteste Ziegen-Simulator überhaupt. Beziehungsweise bekloppteste Simulator überhaupt. Haben die da neue Dinger reingebaut? Glaub's ja nicht. Das ist der bekloppteste Simulator, den es gibt. Also ganz ehrlich. Ich weiß nicht, wie man auf solche Ideen kommt für so ein Spiel. Ich meine mal, es muss ja gespielt werden, sonst würden die ja nichts Neues dazu machen. Ne, aber trotzdem. Also, nichts gegen die Entwickler, ne, aber was haben die genommen? Ich will was abhaben. Echt. Entschuldigung, aber ist so, leider so. Wie kommt man auf so eine Idee? Goat Simulator 3 sogar ist es schon. Aber trotzdem, wie kommt man auf so eine Idee? So von wegen, wir brauchen eine neue Spielidee. Weißt du was? Wir machen eine Ziege, die alles kaputt machen kann. Auf dümmste Art und Weise.
Playing classic LucasArts and Sierra Adventure games. You guys remember Monkey Island by chance?
Ooh, Monkey Island.
I am so excited because there is a new Monkey Island in development right now. Ron Gilbert, the series creator, is back. You may have heard about it. Return to Monkey Island. And tonight at Gamescom, I am so excited that we get to announce the release date. Or actually, I don't. We get to go to Stan to tell us the release date. Check this out.
Monkey Island ist ja ein Klassiker unter den Games.
Hello friends, it's your old pal Stan, coming to you through the magic of marketing to let you know that your search for quality entertainment is about to bear fruit. But I wouldn't be doing my job if I just dropped the details on you without a little build-up. I want you to see the kind of fine dining establishments you'll be visiting, like this one.
Get lost.
And if escapism is your cup of flavor, you can't do much better than this exotic and extremely remote island.
Stay back! How did you find me?
Return to Monkey Island launches September 19th, which happens to be
19.
International Talk Like a Pirate Day. But you don't have to wait. You can order it right now, before it's even out. Something we in the marketing industry call a pre-order. As a bonus, I'm ready to unload this shipment of beautiful horse armor to anyone who pre-orders Return to Monkey Island. It'll look fantastic in your inventory.
Oi, you missed a spot.
I've got to go now. I've got a lot of irons and a lot of fires. You know how it is. But I'll be back to steal every scene I'm in Return to Monkey Island. I'll see you there.
Return to Monkey Island.
Horse armor item in their inventory. Please note that the horse armor has no practical use in game and in no way will contribute to the gameplay, puzzles, or narrative of Return to Monkey Island.
Sick.
Oh my god. A month away, and I love the horse armor. Does absolutely nothing. It just sits in your inventory. Return to Monkey Island. Cannot wait for that. All right, now let's turn to the world of Unknown Worlds, the creators of Subnautica. As we've teased, they are here today at Gamescom to unveil a brand new IP. It's a departure from Subnautica. It's a brand new turn-based sci-fi game, and we're going to reveal it for the first
die
time
Entwickler
right here. Actually, special guest
von Subnautica werden das sein. Oder die Partner von Subnautica-Entwicklern irgendwie so.
Hi, I'm Brandon Sanderson. You might know me as the author of the Mistborn series, the Stormlight Archive, or as the guy who finished Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time. Over the last few years, I've been working closely with my friends at Unknown Worlds on the exciting project we're revealing today. You, of course, know Unknown Worlds for creating immersive and fantastical worlds like the incredible Subnautica series. When they reached out to me, I was absolutely thrilled to help craft the expansive sci-fi universe in which their next game is set. This secret has been a hard one to keep, and we're so excited to finally show you what we've created together. So, without further ado, this is Moonbreaker.
Let us keep this civilized.
Welcome to the party. With you till the end.
Ooh.
Needles up. Stay alive.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, ein Taktik-Ding. Taktik-Ding. Ja. Das hat man aber auch selten. Dass man seine Figuren in Spielen selber anmalen kann. So, solche Figuren. Da wüsste ich einen, der das auf jeden Fall machen würde. Führer, denn der malt ja so schon Dings. Moonbreaker. Schreibe ich mir mal auf.
And joining me from Unknown Worlds is Charlie Cleveland. Charlie, Moonbreaker, it's real, and it's so different than Subnautica. So
yes,
tell us,
it is.
This departure, you guys like to kind of reinvent yourselves every game, right?
Yeah, so people thought we were kind of crazy for making Subnautica after making Natural Selection. We went from a strategy shooter to a pacifist underwater game, survival. So I feel like we've done this before. We love changing genres. But I'm hoping, our Subnautica fans will still come along for playing a digital miniatures game. I hope.
Well, it's so cool. A digital miniatures game. Everyone loves miniatures, but how do you translate that into gameplay? What is the gameplay of this game?
So we're kind of channeling like a Guardians of the Galaxy or Firefly kind of feel. So you can see that from the colorful art style we have. So you choose a captain and 10 crew, and you build a roster, kind of like a traditional miniatures game. And every unit in the game is really like strange and special and kind of game breaking. So yeah, you deploy units and you move them around on the battlefield and you get all these crazy game changing powers, kind of like Hearthstone meets XCOM, kind of.
Well, I mean, you see the gameplay here, it looks great, and it's coming soon, as we said, end of September, so you're not early access, you're not going to wait long. But the thing I want to get to is the painting of miniatures, which we saw a tease of in the trailer, and I know you actually, painting was cathartic for you sort of during the pandemic, right?
Yeah, so the painting, I mean, you can't have a miniatures game without painting. And during the lockdown, I just found myself like learning to draw and just zoning out and feeling really relaxed when the world was basically falling apart around us. And
genau das meine ich.
Feeling,
so dieses In-Game Painting. Ne? So in der Form habe ich nie ein Spiel gesehen, egal welches Genre, wo man so painten kann.
Amazing. Well, it's
Finde ich
so cool
interessant.
That, you're revealing it here, and it's playable at Gamescom, right?
It is. It's here.
Ich glaube, das werden einige Leute ziemlich ansprechen. Dieses Painting.
We're over in the Crafton booth.
Okay.
Crafton booth.
And for everyone else around the world, they're not going to wait long, right?
Yes, we'll be on Steam playtest in September. Yeah. We have a couple open weekends, and then we're going to be launching into Steam Early Access September 29th. So it's really close.
Only a month away, Moonbreaker. Charlie, thank you so much for coming all the way out here.
Thank you.
I know you
Interessant.
My pleasure. Thank you, everyone.
All right, Charlie Cleveland with Unknown Worlds. Thank you so much, Charlie. And now it's time to reveal another game with a very catchy tune in the trailer. Check this out.
Let me tell you about the friends that invested all they had on a shady site that looked like a scam. It said buy this magic cards to play the coolest game and fight against your friends with no consequence.
Okay. Also sieht aus wie ein, ja, eine Mischung aus Kartenspiel Shooter-mäßig. Interessant. Könnte bestimmt mit den richtigen Leuten ganz witzig werden.
Inspired by the familiar story of Pinocchio, Lies of P is a new action Souls-like game that is coming out for NeoWiz, and you guide Pinocchio on his unrelenting journey to become human. This game looks absolutely great, and we've got a brand new gameplay trailer to show you. And this game is also coming to Xbox Game Pass on day one. Let's check it out.
Can you hear me? I hope this reaches you. This city is falling apart. Chaos, madness, death.
Sieht mir nach Horror-Style aus. Bisschen. Fantasy?
You can change that. It depends on the choice you make. Truth
Oh ja.
or lie.
Might be asking too much of you. But I don't have a choice.
Okay. Interessant.
Only you can do this. Please, help me. Finally, we meet, son. The stage is set.
The light shines brightest in the darkest of times.
All right, buddy, I'm here for you. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't give up.
Sieht auch wieder wie so ein Souls-like aus. So ein bisschen zumindest.
You can lean on me if you want.
Protect.
Fulfill.
Lies of
Your destiny.
Lies of P. Lies heißt doch eigentlich doch Lüge oder nicht?
Hey,
Oder
you.
Lügen. Lügen auf
Yes, you.
P.
Do you have fun?
Wieder Werbung
Fear
natürlich.
of missing Gamescom. Relax.
Ja, bisher habe ich schon ein paar Spiele mir aufgeschrieben, die mir gefallen. Bin ja sehr gespannt.
Right. All the fun of Gamescom is available from wherever you are online, obviously. And, well, in case you're wondering who that little guy is, that's Epi, and he's on a mission to save the Gamescomverse from the evil future. And if you want to help him, check out the Epic section at gamescom.global. You can solve quests and win prizes, so take part and help Epi to save the Gamescomverse.
Stimmt, das haben sie ja auch schon, glaube ich, letztes Jahr und so drin gehabt mit Epic.
We have for this week, and it's quite a schedule, so please bear with me. There is, for example, the Gamescom Studio by IGN, featuring game spotlights, dev interviews, and all insights into this year's Gamescom. So please make sure to check that out so you don't miss anything. And also, the awesome Indie Showcase is back. Featuring the newest, most original, crazy indie games here on Friday afternoon at 5:30 p.m. CEST, and I'm really looking forward to it. And something I'm really looking forward to is the cosplay contest on Sunday, where the super creative cosplay community takes center stage, and this is absolutely one of my favorites. So make sure to not miss it out. It is definitely worth the watch. And for more updates, follow at
Das fehlt
Gamescom
mir
on all platforms.
tatsächlich an der Gamescom auch noch. So diese ganzen Cosplay-Geschichte und so. Ich selber habe nie gecosplayt, aber ich fand es immer schön, wenn ich auf der Gamescom war, mal die ganzen Cosplays mir anzugucken. Weil die so geil gemacht sind.
Astronaut Samantha Cristoforetti, currently flying at around 27,000 kilometers an hour, 400 kilometers above your head on board of the International Space Station. Today,
Really? Von der internationalen Raumstation? Nicht schlecht. Also wenn das real ist, ne? Ich weiß ja nicht, ob das nicht gestellt ist, aber wenn, not bad.
Humanity's spaceflight capabilities will be in part thanks to the games industry. And who knows, perhaps even you will be among us here at ESA for the journey. Exploring space virtually isn't just great fun. It's having real-world impacts that lead us all closer to the stars. So on behalf of everyone at ESA, bravo. Keep creating, keep innovating, and keep playing. This is ESA astronaut Samantha Cristoforetti, wishing everyone a wonderful Gamescom from the International Space Station.
Erstmal schön Salto. Das stelle ich mir auch ganz witzig vor. So komplett ohne Schwerkraft einfach mal, ne, fliegen. Wenn man sich mal bedenkt, wie das alles grafisch schon aussieht. Und man bedenkt, wie die Spiele in meiner Kindheit aussahen, Alter. Schon ein mega Unterschied. Branded Alien Dawn. Ah, okay. Sieht interessant aus.
When we were looking at games for Gamescom Opening Night Live, one of the things I was most impressed with this year is there are a lot of European studios that want to debut games here, and also a lot of brand new IP, brand new worlds, and we're going to introduce one of those to you right now, and I think you're going to get pretty excited about it. Check out this world premiere.
Deck 13. Oh, Deck 13 machen ja eigentlich immer gute Spiele mit.
Has memories. Memories of our past. When gods.
Wenn ich richtig liege, müsste zum Beispiel Anno auch von Deck 13 mit gemacht worden sein. Also die Anno-Teile.
And in their struggle, we were cast away. Only remnants of these stories remain. In the sand. In the ruins of this shattered, broken world.
Eine kaputte Brücke. Okay, weniger kaputt. Sieht auch interessant aus. So viele geile, interessante Spiele.
Even in ruins, we endure.
Und so wenig Zeit zum Zocken.
We won't let go. For now, we can stand for ourselves. And face gods.
Atlas Fawn. Okay. Nicht schlecht, nicht schlecht.
Atlas Fallen coming in 2023. Now, a classic strategy game that I remember playing in the late 90s is Homeworld. Did anyone else play that back in the day? Great PC space RTS. Well, a brand new Homeworld is coming out next year. And we've got a brand new look at some new gameplay from Homeworld.
Ich muss kurz was antworten. Moment.
It was a simple perimeter scan, escorting resources. But we were ambushed by Kysan raiders. Fighters were no problem, but the missile frigates were a different story. Command got clever.
Entschuldigung, Leute. Das ist Privatkram.
While another group found a tunnel in the structure to sneak behind them.
We're on the right path, waiting range. Get you up. Let's do this.
It worked. But just before a carrier battle group arrived. We scrambled bombers.
Sector confirmed. Scanning zone adjusted.
Perfect for attacking capital ships.
This is Bomber Lead. Engaging carrier.
We protected the resourcers while they hauled in the goods. Which meant we could roll out assault frigates.
Cleared hot. Let's take it to him. Stay on him. Break contact.
The raiders weren't pushovers, but Command countered their hit-and-run tactics. The way their carrier exploded, beautiful. And we even grabbed a little souvenir. That missile frigate is ours now.
War interessanter, das auch zu gucken.
Homeworld 3 in the first half of 2023. Now, today is a big day, speaking of threes, because it's the version 3.0 update to Genshin Impact, which is an incredible
Genshin
action
Impact.
RPG from Hoyoverse. Well, today we've got an exclusive new look at version 3.0 and the new Rainforest Nation, as well as a sneak
Das
peek
wird
of a
ja
mysterious
einen
ancient
Arbeitskollegen
civilization and
sehr
settlement
freuen,
that is found
dass da
deep
Update kommt.
inside the
Der
desert. Let's
suchtet
take a
das
look
Game
at
ja
this world premiere.
wie nichts Gutes.
Can't see? I'll uproot you! Yeah!
Go! Come on, let's go! There's a fortune to be made! You're more than mine! Let's sweeten the deal!
Scatter! Germinate!
What an absolutely beautiful game. And that's not all from Hoyoverse, because they also have Honkai Star Rail in development. It's a grand interstellar adventure with strategic turn-based combat. And now we're going to take a new look at the story and adventure that awaits you in Honkai Star Rail.
Okay. Interessant. Das wird ja auch die
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price.
auch ein
You are
JRPG.
not one of them, Jinyuan.
Interessant.
You are one of them.
Hab ich jetzt das richtig geschrieben?
The
Ich
Shenzhou
hoffe,
is in
es,
danger.
ich hoffe, ich habe jetzt richtig geschrieben.
The train is about to make the jump. Hold on, everyone.
Ja, okay. Letzter Zeit habe ich so das Gefühl, für manchmal, wenn ich schreibe ich und hab dann lieber nochmal durchlesen müssen, bevor ich es sende, aber ja, sollte in Ordnung gehen.
The Last Case of Benedict Fox.
Sidescroll.
Metal Hellsinger.
Metal Hellsinger, wie gesagt, finde ich interessant. Das ist, glaube ich, das erste Spiel, was...
The Last Case of Benedict Fox.
Metal Hellsinger ist so, glaube ich, das erste gute Spiel, wo man sagt, so im Beat schießen.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's quite of a shocker for us. We just love good Metroidvania games, and we are working hard on making Benedict Fox just that. And I would like to thank Xbox team for their support and Rogue team for being the best publisher ever. And especially I would like to thank my team in Krakow. They are crazy talented, and my hands hold the award, but their hands make the game. Dziękuję wam bardzo. Thank you.
Congratulations once again, the last case of Benedict Fox. And Jeff, back to you.
Thank you very much, Melly. Anyone here a fan of Justin Roiland? Rick and Morty? Well, he's got a brand new game, which you may have seen at Xbox's show in June, called High on Life. It is coming to Xbox and Game Pass in December, and they wanted to send us just a great gameplay clip. You're going to enjoy this. Talking guns in a boss fight, and that's all I'm going to say to set this up. I think you're going to really... This is a trip. Check this out. World premiere of High on Life.
Okay. Sieht man wieder, wie unterschiedlich die ganzen Spiele sind. Hat die Waffe da ein Gesicht? Lol. Okay. Interessant. Also manchmal denke ich mir so, wie kommt man eigentlich auf solche Spieleideen? Also ganz ehrlich. Da denke ich mir manchmal, die Entwickler müssen echt irgendwas genommen haben. Aber ganz ehrlich, als Spieleentwickler braucht man, glaube ich, auch sehr viel Fantasie und Einfallsreichtum. Das ist schwer. Okay.
You know, this sludge matches your toxic personality. Fuck off. That wasn't even a good one.
Okay.
Okay. Bet you're just as nice and squishy on the inside as the rest of them. Let me at her, bounty hunter.
Wow, we're having our first real boss fight together.
Okay.
I'm the strongest out of all the Torg clones. I'm impressed you made it this far. My ant soldiers are extremely strong.
Honestly, I don't think they were. We're new at this, and it was pretty easy to kill them all.
If I'm going out, I'm taking you with me.
Just stay alive. I think she's basically done for.
High on Life. Okay. Interessant. Und Werbung mal wieder. Aber die Gamescom muss sich ja natürlich auch finanzieren, ne? Beziehungsweise Opening Night.
Don't eat that. Come on, dude.
You know she's gonna eat it.
What?
Da muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen, das sind ja diese VR-Brillen. Und da bin ich ganz ehrlich, da hoffe ich, dass sie echt mehr dran arbeiten an dieses ganze VR. Nicht nur fürs Zocken, sondern auch für so andere Bereiche des Lebens, so von wegen medizinisch und so wäre das bestimmt auch mega hilfreich. Tower of Fantasy. The Blood Hunt. Habe ich auch zu was gesehen schon. GTFO. Okay. Stimmt, das habe ich auch schon bei größeren Streamer gesehen. Da Metal Hell Rising. Was ganz witzig ist, weil man zu diesem Musikbeat einfach mal schießen muss und so. For Rising habe ich sogar selber. Tatsächlich. PUBG Mobile. Ich dachte, das gibt's schon seit zig Jahren. Oder kommt jetzt erst mobile-mäßig was raus? Das kann natürlich auch sein. Jump into the infinite.
You've been selected from among thousands of candidates.
Hey, Cutter.
To join the Lynx family.
You're from Earth, right?
This is more than just a job. It's
an opportunity.
Ich glaube, das Spiel habe ich auch schon gesehen. Da nimmt man so Raumschiffe auseinander.
Lynx, making the world a better place.
Dann nimmt man, glaube ich, Raumschiffe so auseinander. Ich glaube, das Spiel habe ich auch schon gesehen bei Pete's Meat.
What they say about work in space is true.
Ja.
There's something real special here. You don't have power here.
Muss man immer aufpassen, dass nicht alles explodiert und dass die richtigen auseinandergenommenen Teile ins richtige Feld reingesaugt werden zum Verkaufen. Finde ich interessant. Aber dafür hätte ich, glaube ich, nicht die Geduld, muss ich sagen. Shipbreaker. Hard Space Shipbreaker. Hätte ich, glaube ich, nicht so die Geduld für. Legends, we suck at parking. Immortals, Phoenix Rising. Disney's Dreamland Valley. Okay. Disney-Spiel wäre ja eigentlich auch mal wieder was Witziges. Oh, Slime Rancher 2. Den ersten Teil habe ich so schon so gesuchtet. Minecraft Legends, okay. Forza. Grounded. Ach, der Game Pass, dafür war das, war die Werbung jetzt hier. Okay, verstehe. Okay.
First announced back at the Game Awards, Telltale's next project is based on the Prime Video series The Expanse. Well, we showed you a little bit of the trailer at the Game Awards to set up the world. Now you're going to get a first glimpse at the gameplay with this behind-the-scenes clip. Enjoy.
Drummer, his suit is punctured and losing pressure. You need to release the vault attached now or he could die.
Hold still. We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
Captain Drummer, what are your orders?
The Expanse is obviously one of those universes that has a ton of opportunities to tell great stories. One of the things I'm super excited about is the zero-G stuff that we've been doing. Big part of when we're making the game, not only are we thinking about the characters, we also have to think about how can we evolve the genre in any way that will make players excited to be part of this universe and feel like they're engaging in something rather than just being a passive audience member.
You'll figure something out. I know you will. It's actually been a really interesting thing as an actor to explore some of her more vulnerable sides that by the time we meet her in the series, they've been cauterized.
Mit Entscheidung. Okay.
This is the
greatest score any scavenger has ever come across. You'll need me if you want any chance of unloading it.
The craziness of exploded ship that now constitutes several parts in a mass that you can move them on, and balancing that out against almost like you're excavating.
Ist das Studio echt Telltale Games?
Those are people, those are characters, and you are now among
Hab ich das gerade richtig
the
gelesen?
ghosts. Whatever they were doing right before they died, being a scavenger.
Finde ich interessant.
Pretty dark job.
Weil Telltales heißt ja eigentlich Seemanns
We're really excited about
Garn
how it
oder so
feels to
ähnlich.
go play and experience the story in the game.
Oder Geschichten, sagen wir es mal so.
Whoever did this is long gone, and we still have a ship that's ready to be scavenged. So get to it.
Tales heißt doch eigentlich, ne? Telltale Games, ja. Interessant.
Speaking of
Wobei das auch wieder Richtung Creepy geht. Das ist so, ich weiß nicht, ob das so mein Fall wäre. Oh Gott. Diese Kamerasicht sagt doch schon Horror-Game. Oh nee, ich weiß, glaube ich, welches das ist. Das ist, wie heißt dieses Spiel? Von den Machern von Freitag der 13. Ja. Okay, das ist doch nicht die Killer Clowns, okay. Nee, ich dachte im ersten Moment wäre das dieses komische Dingsspiel, wo irgendwie man verschiedene Waffen kraft, nur um ein Monster zu jagen, so aus Filmen. Aber es geht auch wieder so Party-Horror-mäßig wie DBD, so ähnlich.
Clowns, we got it all tonight at Opening Night Live. Now we've got another brand new game announcement from a European publisher for a sci-fi action adventure. Here we go.
We always wondered if we're alone in the universe. We observed and explored, but found nothing. Until now.
It has been 6 months since the alien object known as the Metahedron suddenly appeared above Earth's atmosphere.
Personal log, sentient contact assessment and response team.
Man merkt aber in letzter Zeit, es kommen sehr viele oder weltraumbezogene Spiele raus. Oder, ne, so allgemein. So die letzten Jahre. Fällt auf.
Sensors offline.
I'm switching to backup generators.
Kämpfen. Scar.
Now we're going to talk about Gamescom Goes Green, which is an
Gamescom
initiative that has made Gamescom the first climate-friendly gaming event in the world. The core event and this show, Opening Night Live,
Das finde ich
to
gut.
say, are 100% climate neutral for the first time, and that's something we all should be very proud of.
Das finde ich immer ganz gut, weil das bezieht sich ja auf Umweltschutz und so. Also, ne,
Are going to give out the first ever
Playing
Gamescom
for
Goes
the
Green
Planet.
Award to the best sustainability concept from an exhibitor here at Gamescom.
So
And
von
the
wegen
nominees
Bäume pflanzen und
Microsoft,
so.
Xbox, Yuki, and the Indie
Und
Arena
dafür
booth. And to find out the winner, let's turn it over to Melly.
Das vereint irgendwie zwei Sachen, zwei gute Sachen zu einem. Ne?
And here to accept the award is Dr. Joe Twist, CEO of Yuki. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gamescom, for this wonderful award. It's brilliant to be recognized. Thank you to the Yuki team who works so hard every day to be greener. And thank you to the UN's Playing for the Planet Alliance for inspiring us to change. You know, it's so fantastic to see these amazing game worlds that we're going to play in over the next year. But you know, we only have one planet to live on. And we only have one lifetime to make a change and to protect that planet so that we can continue to play our games. So everybody, whether you're a player or a business, can make one small change starting tomorrow.
Also ich mache
and
mal kurz
together
leiser, damit
we can play more games together. And save the
Da
planet.
sieht man mal,
Thank you very much.
wir sind nicht einfach nur irgendwelche kleinen, dicken Leute, die da den ganzen Tag nur ihr Leben verschwenden vorm PC, sondern wir Gamer machen uns halt auch Gedanken um die Umwelt und so. Ne?
Jeff, back to you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Melly. Congratulations to Yuki. Now it's time to announce a brand new game from a new studio of industry veterans working on an ambitious new RPG. Here's the first tease.
Oh, von Fallout, von Elder Scrolls, von Dragon Age, Fallout, Outer World. Okay. Bin nicht gespannt. Sind ja alles große Titel.
In the crux of reality, there exists two lies. One before the shadow, and one behind the eye.
Boah, das...
Lots of news here at Gamescom. All right, let's talk about Xbox and Age of Empires 4 that continues to expand. Now we have news on the next civilizations joining the battle as free DLC. If you want to learn more about what's happening with Age of Empires 4, tune into the Xbox booth stream for developer interviews on Thursday. But right now, here's that announcement from Age of Empires 4.
Age of Empires ist auch ein Spiel, was ich früher immer gern gespielt habe.
There's more than one way to win a battle, and every empire
momentan aber eher weniger.
To victory. Whether you strike from afar or ambush up close, the Malians will use wit and strategy to outmaneuver their opponents and gain the advantage on the battlefield. With powerful siege tools and the ability to rally large formations, the Ottomans can keep the
Interessant, dass die da so ein, ich sag mal, so eine Version von Smoke on the Water hintergelegt haben.
When the drums of war beat, how will you emerge victorious? History is in the making, and your place in it has just begun.
Oh, Oktober, 25.
Time to head to Gotham. You guys excited for Gotham Knights? Well, you don't have to wait long. It is coming this October, and Batgirl, Nightwing, Robin, and Red Hood are going to take over in Gotham Knights. You're probably wondering about the story. Who are the villains? Well, we've got a lot to share in this brand new trailer, and also some exciting news. The release date is going to be a little earlier than you expected. Check this out.
Interessant.
Jim Gordon never gave up on anything. That's why Gotham City is still here. It's why I'm still here.
Okay.
And I've known for a while now that someday, like him, I'd have to work with you.
Okay.
I've seen plenty of criminals in my career, but nothing could have prepared me for this.
Hey, Harley Quinn.
Well, well, if it isn't Brat Girl.
Gotham City is at her weakest. There's blood in the water, and the sharks are circling. They're all making their move.
Play nice.
But we aren't going to give up.
A storm has risen over Gotham. Nothing can stop it.
See you at the premiere.
I need your help.
Wow.
Your skills. Your knowledge. Your adaptability. You got my back?
Oh, boys!
This biopic
Gotham Knight?
true story. My story.
Wäre vielleicht auch ein Spiel, was ich hier spielen würde.
I got one last little surprise for you.
Ich meine mal, die Batman-Sachen und so habe ich ja auch gern gespielt. Ich meine mal, dass jetzt nicht Batman ist, sondern mit Robin und Co. Ne, ist ja auch nicht das Problem, wenn das Spiel gut ist. Gotham Knight. 21. Oktober, also auch nicht lange hin.
Pretty good trailer, right? October 21st now for Gotham Knights. All right, now it's time to announce a brand new game from a new studio, the global announcement of the ambitious new adventure game developed by Everstone Games. It's called Where Winds Meet. And it's an interactive open-world RPG featuring action, adventure, and martial arts set in a turbulent time in the Northern Song Dynasty. The combat looks really cool. Check out this announcement of Where Winds Meet.
Bisschen, also, ne, vom Artstyle her sieht es ein bisschen aus wie ein Naraka. Ne, Dings. Lasst euch das mal an. Ich habe nämlich ein bisschen zu viel getrunken und muss mal kurz für kleine Piraten. Deswegen, wie gesagt, lasse ich euch das mal an und wir sehen uns gleich wieder. Okay, doch kein Naraka. Sieht aber ein bisschen so aus. Wobei, ne, kann man ja auch immer nicht sagen. Vom Arzt daher sind die Spiele halt so, ne? Aber sieht auch cool aus.
Where winds meet. Again, so much new IP tonight. It's really cool. All right. Back when we started O&L in 2019, a very special guest joined me here in person to close the show. And this year, when I told him that we were going to be back here live in person, he said, well, I got to take part in some way. So please say hello to my good friend, Hideo Kojima. Mr. Kojima?
Thank you, Jeff. Gamescom の皆さん、こんにちは。小島秀夫です。僕は今ですね、ゲームの制作、ゲームの新作に取り組んでおりますが、今回は別のニュースのお知らせとなります。この度9月から、僕のポッドキャスト番組を Spotify でなんと独占配信することになりました。おー。それでですね。英語版と日本語版をそれぞれ同時通訳を交えて制作するという
Ich weiß nicht wieso, ne? Aber ich finde es immer wieder amüsant. Nicht lustig im Sinne von, ich mache mich über ihn lustig, sondern im Sinne von, ich finde es interessant, wie unterschiedlich das bei uns ist im Vergleich zu denen aus Japan oder China oder so. Weißt du, wir freuen uns, yeah, geil. So, und die, oh. Ich finde es interessant, witzig, irgendwie, diese Unterschiede. Ne? Also, finde ich cool. Finde das auch irgendwie ein bisschen witzig, niedlich, wie die sich freuen halt. So,
from Limbic Entertainment and Bandai Namco, and this year they've got an awesome booth experience for those of you here in person, and for those of you at home, we've got a brand new trailer that shows you more of this incredible amusement park simulation game.
Oh, ein Simulator. Und dann auch noch von Bandai Namco.
Here is a little something to inspire you. Be creative.
Oh, wieder wie ein Vergnügungspark-Simulator? Oh ja. Stimmt, so im Allgemeinen gab es lang keine mehr. Wenn man es so nimmt, ne? So einen richtigen Vergnügungspark mehr. Boah, da hätte ich echt Schiss drin, wenn ich in so einer Achterbahn wäre, die wirklich so rausschießt und mal, jetzt überlegt euch mal, ne? Ihr werdet aus so einer Kanone ohne Schiene oder so rausgeschossen, so, und ihr sollt wieder direkt auf eine Schiene landen. Okay. Also mal wieder was für die Leute, die so einen Erlebnispark oder so machen wollen. Finde ich cool.
From Limbic and Bandai Namco. All right, now it's time to share another special announcement here at Gamescom. Not a game, but a concept car. That's right, it's here at Gamescom, and I got to catch up with Oliver Heimer, the head of Mini Design. Let's check it out.
Planet Zoo.
All right, oh, Pokemon! With Oliver, this is the Mini Concept Aceman reveal. This looks so cool.
I'm glad you like it.
Well, let's take a look and learn more in this trailer.
Autowerbung. Ja. Oh. Wait. Sehe ich das gerade richtig? Dass ein Auto das ist Mini mit Pokémon zusammen im Auto gemacht hat? Wild. Wild. Sehr wild. Mal, ne, Pokémon Anime und ein Autohersteller haben ja eigentlich herzlich wenig miteinander zu tun.
And as we ourselves are a part of that pop culture, we don't want to miss out such a great
Interessant.
event. And the Pokémon Company International and we have a lot in common. We're both iconic brands.
Wobei Pokémon ist halt auch eine Marke, die wird sich noch über Jahrzehnte hinweg entwickeln.
So we share a love for distinctive design and strong values.
I'm going to ask you your favorite Pokemon in a minute, but first, I want to ask about the gaming features. We saw a little bit in the trailer. Tell us, break it down. Why does this appeal to gamers?
Aber da sieht man auch wieder, wie weit eigentlich auch die Gaming-Szene, beziehungsweise allgemein so diese Gaming-Szene allgemein auch überall mitwirken kann. Ja. Ob das so im Straßenverkehr in Ordnung ist. Ne, bist da auf der Autobahn und plötzlich blitzt dein ganzes Dings, Armaturenbrett.
Connected with your gaming console, just like it does with your smartphone. So we are promoting a playful mindset, just like our brand and Pokemon. So our Gamescom claim is play on, never stop playing.
Well, speaking of never stop playing, will we see you next year at Gamescom as well?
Yeah, we plan to stay in the game and play.
Ich glaube, ich hab's gerade. Ihr wisst, ich bin nicht so gut mit Englisch, aber ich glaube, ich hab's gerade richtig verstanden, dass man das Auto mit der Konsole und mit einem Mobile Phone, also mit einem Handy, verbinden kann, um zu zocken. Das wäre doch schon wieder so eine Sache von wegen Pokémon Go mäßig. Mal gucken, wo das alles hinführt.
You are a reject, a convict freed to serve the Inquisition in this darkest of hours. It is your duty to fight, and, if necessary, die for the Emperor. You can expect no help. No reinforcements. You are Tertium's last line of defense.
Wieder die brutalen Spiele hier. Wobei, wir gehen auf 22 Uhr zu. Jetzt geht's langsam.
The battle for Tertium is about to begin. Rejects will rise.
Warhammer. War klar, dass das ein Warhammer-Teil wird. So brutal und so wie es ist. War das
Once
klar.
upon a time, there were two twin sisters, Zora and Yaga.
You got it all wrong. Once upon a time, there was a freak with no face.
Stop it!
You can't hide from Baba, princess. How much longer you want to be a nobody?
I just need to find the Red Oak.
What you really want to find is the hut.
What the hell is wrong with this forest?
Okay.
Not bad.
Oh, ein Bogenspiel.
You killed.
Interessant.
You kill it again.
If anything bad happens, always head straight to the Red Oak.
Blacktail. Mhm. Okay. Und wieder Werbung. Wieder Red Bull Werbung.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Ist das Dings? Ich glaube, ich weiß nicht, ob das ist, aber das sieht nach einem Spiel aus, wofür ich mich in die Spiel, was ich anzimmern konnte. Nee, ist es nicht. Okay. Phantom Hellkit. Sah im ersten Moment aus wie ein anderes Spiel. So ein Indie-Game, was ich anfragen konnte. Crossfire. Wieder ein Shooter. Ich finde es auch immer witzig, ne? Wie viele Shooter es wirklich versuchen eigentlich auf den, also wie viele Spiele es versuchen auf dem Shooter-Markt Fuß zu fassen. Also ne, auch so mit verschiedenen Features und so. Also die dann auch versuchen, hier so Battlefield oder COD Konkurrenz machen zu wollen.
And now it is time for a final award. But don't worry, there is more on Saturday, so make sure to not miss our award show on Saturday. But here are your nominees for the most wanted Sony PlayStation game.
Most wanted Sony PlayStation.
The Dark Pictures, The Devil in Me.
Mhm.
Lies of P.
Mhm.
One Piece Odyssey.
Darauf warte ich auch noch. One Piece Odyssey. Darauf warte ich auch auf jeden Fall noch.
And the winner is
Aber One Piece Odyssey gibt es nicht nur für Konsole, sondern kommt auch für PC raus.
Oh, thank you. First of all, I'm very proud of my team members, and we always do our best to live up to our team's name enough. And finally, do you know BTS? Like BTS in Korean pop, will be enough in the Korean gaming industry. Thank you. 감사합니다.
Thank you. Congratulations once again to Liza P. Thank you so much. And yes, that's it from me for tonight. But before I say goodbye, I want to bring your attention to a more serious matter. The past 5 months of war have been devastating for the Ukrainian families, and UNICEF and partners on the ground are supporting those in need. And of course, funds are needed. So please consider donating at unicef.org if it's possible. And yes, we have to take care of each other. Gamescom also supports the development of Antura, the language learning game for Ukrainian children. Antura is based on an app which was made for Syrian war refugees to learn the local language. And I mean, in times like this, it is more important than ever to take care of each other. And I hope you keep that in mind, not only for Gamescom this week, but way after. Thank you so much. That's it from me, and have a wonderful Gamescom. Jeff? Back to you.
Thank you, Melly. Great to have you with us. We got a few more games to go. Now, one of the great things about Gamescom is we love to profile games made in Germany. And this next game was made by 4 students in Berlin. It was a big success on Steam, and now it's coming to a new platform, and we've got the announcement right now.
New platform? Switch. Ist das nicht Dorfromantik? Doch Dorfromantik, oder nicht? Dorfromantik war doch letztes Jahr schon auf der Gamescom. Ja, Dorfromantik. Kommt anscheinend dieses Jahr erst raus, aber ich weiß, die waren letztes Jahr schon auf der Gamescom.
Cute, beautiful. Now we're gonna get dark. The Outlast Trials. You guys excited for this game? The Outlast Trials we showed you last year at Gamescom Opening Night Live, and we haven't heard anything since really from the team. And everyone keeps asking me, when are we going to get to play this? Well, tonight we've got the world premiere of the brand new trailer, and yes, some news on when you might get to play it. Here we go.
Nico? Die haben ja Outlast so allgemein gezockt. Ist doch nicht Outlast. Oder sehe ich da was falsch? Ach, nee, sorry, ja, stimmt. Ich hab's gerade mit ne, Outriders. Nicht Outlast, Outriders. Stimmt, Outriders. Mit Outriders habe ich verwechselt. Gerade. Sorry, Leute. Outlast war ja das Horror-Game. Stimmt. Wer weiß, vielleicht mögen die Leute das auch. Die drei, aber ich habe es gerade total verwechselt. Outriders war das, was ich meinte. Boah, das sind so... Boah. Momente. Wegen solchen Szenen kann ich das schon gar nicht mehr sehen, weil... Also... Wegen sowas hasse ich Horror eigentlich. Weil sowas kann ich einfach auf Dauer nicht ab. Also sowas kann ich auch... Boah. Also ihr wisst, ne, ich werde heute Nacht nicht schlafen können. Also wenn ich morgen zum Indie Arena todmüde sein werde, wisst ihr warum?
That's right.
Wenn
Some people will get to play something this year, the Outlast Trials. All right. Next up, we've got a tease of the first release from Embark Studios, which a lot of the veterans that worked on the Battlefield franchise in Stockholm, Sweden. They've got a shooter wrapped in a game show format where destruction is going to play a key role. What we've got here is a short tease with some actual gameplay in it. The full reveal is coming later in September. You can sign up starting now to get in to start playtests of this. Check out the finals.
Ember. Okay. The finals. Okay.
All right. We got one more game
Hallöchen, Ghosty.
Gamescom Opening Night Live, and this is one we've all been waiting a long time for. Here we go.
Moin, Ghosty. Wie du siehst, machen wir gerade die Gamescom Opening Night Live mal Co-Stream und mal schauen, was für Spiele rauskommen. Ne? Wie geht's, wie steht's? Ich hoffe, er hat einen angenehmen Tag heute. Oh, das sieht doch ein bisschen aus wie Dings. Wohl, ist das? Ja. Ah, das wird doch nicht sehen so sein. Nee, wird's nicht. Ach, Back 4 Blood! Ja! Das klar, Back 4 Blood mäßig, ja. Oh, ich bin doof. Gut soweit und selbst, ja. Mir geht's supi. Stimmt, Black for Blood. Ah, wie kam ich jetzt auf Saints Row? Dead Island ist es bestimmt. Back for Blood, Dead Island könnte alles sein. Also irgendein Zombie-Kram. Auf jeden Fall irgendein Zombie-Kram. Der Zombie ist doch lieb. Also sorry, aber wenn mir sonst Zombie entgegenkommt, den würde ich auslachen. So mit Strommaske über den Kopf. Keine Batterie. Muss er doch noch mal los. Katana. Moin. So wie so ein Nachbar, so moin. Na, auch wieder am Zombies schlachten. Dead Island, hast recht. Dead Island 2. Nicht schlecht.
It's true. Dead Island 2 coming next February, and joining me now to tell us about this long-awaited Gamescom.
Aber diese Move eben fand ich ganz witzig, so moin. So, na, auch wieder am Zombies schlachten.
Thank you, Jeff. It's great to be here. So you just met Jacob, and he is just one of our 6 playable characters. Our zombie slayers have larger-than-life personalities and unique dialogue, which fits in with a very pulpy and irreverent tone, as you could tell.
I see the tagline there, see you in Hell A, so it looks like we're heading to Los Angeles in this game?
Well, our pulpy tone is kind of a love letter to classic cult Hollywood horror B-movies, so where better to set it than in Los Angeles, sort of a modern paradise gone to hell.
Oh yeah, it looks cool. It's obviously over the top. I know you're working on the narrative for it. This game has been, long awaited for many, many years. You guys have been working on it for a few?
Yeah, I'm sure some fans would agree with you. It has been long awaited, but Deep Silver Dambuster Studios started work on it about 4 years ago. We were really lucky. We got to build it from the ground up. We got to focus on what we love about the franchise, the over-the-topness, and we think we've got a really great action RPG out of that.
So let's talk about the gameplay. We saw the CG piece, obviously, but what can we expect from the gameplay when you show it?
So Dead Island 2's gameplay is all about experimenting with your preferred zombie slaying methods, just kind of going nuts. It's a combat toy box of close quarters melee brutality with a few guns for fun.
Okay, well, can't wait to learn more. When are we going to get to see more, see some gameplay of it?
You want to see some gameplay?
I think we want to see some gameplay. You guys want to see the gameplay? Can we do it now?
How about now?
Okay, let's do it. Here's your first look at the gameplay of Dead Island 2. Thanks, Con.
Sowas finde ich immer gut, wenn die wirklich Gameplay zeigen und nicht nur irgendwelche Trailer. Wobei das auch wieder aussieht wie ein Trailer. Muss ich ganz ehrlich zugeben. Wenn ich das so sehe, habe ich wieder irgendwie GTA Vibes.
Stand the fuck back. It's hammer time.
Nope. Nope.
Let's wait for the happy ending. Jimmy. Humanity's survival depends on the red
Gut
gold
zensiert
pumping through my
dieses
veins.
Nope.
Sounds like you're the star of the show now.
This motherfucker.
Nope. Oh, finde ich cool. Oh. Es war alles total blutig und so, aber bei solchen Szenen machen sie einfach so ein Nope rein. Oh, ich muss leiser sein, sonst kommen meine Nachbarn noch oben. Das ist geil, der ganze Trailer und alles total blutig, alles, weißt du. Du reißt den Zombies echt so allen möglichen Scheiß, Arme und sonstiges raus. Und bei solchen kleinen Momenten dann Nope.
Wrap up all the reveals for Gamescom Opening Night Live 2022. It's been a fun show, but before we go, I just want to say I hope everyone has a great Gamescom. There's lots of live streams for the next couple of days, lots of things for you guys to go and play and check out here on the show floor. And as for me and the team, well, we're going to go back to Los Angeles and get ready for the Game Awards 2022, which I'm excited to announce will be live on Thursday, December the 8th. 2022 from the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. We've got lots of great stuff we're working on for
Game
that.
Awards.
But until then, hope you guys have a great Gamescom. Thanks so much for being a part of Opening Night Live. We'll see you soon.
Ja, also ich muss sagen, ich muss ganz ehrlich sagen, sehr schöne Spiele, die sie uns da vorgestellt haben und so. Jetzt werde ich natürlich ziemlich blau angezeigt. Ich glaube, jetzt beginnt es gleich nochmal von vorne. Ich habe mir auch schon ein paar Spiele rausgesucht, ne? Die ich dementsprechend natürlich erwarte, ne? Die ich mir angucken will. Ne? Ich habe die mir ja alle ins Handy geschrieben, ne? Gotham Knights, Stranded, Alien's Dawn, Moonbreaker, Under the Waves, Tortuga, New Tales from the Borderlands. Oh ne, hier geht doch noch ein bisschen weiter. Okay. New Tales from the Borderlands, Hogwarts Legacy natürlich, Dune Awakening und Everywhere. Das sind so Sachen, die interessieren mich, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen. Ne? Das ist die Postshow, okay. Ne? Finde ich interessant. Ich glaube, jetzt quatschen die größtenteils auch nur noch, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen. Ne?
Quite a bit of stuff there. I think one of the things that jumped out for me, biggest reveals wise, was more gameplay, at least another look at Lies of P. Yeah. I've been really excited about that one. I know the IGN audiences
gibt ein paar Spiele, auf die ich warte, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen.
And seeing something that is a dark twist on Pinocchio, I think someone, when we were all watching, called it like American McGee meets Pinocchio, and that feels very fitting.
Ja.
I thought that one looked really cool.
It seemed like a game where the developers had an idea, just like a crazy idea in a reading room, like, what if we
okay, die zeigen doch noch so ein paar Sachen. Aber ich glaube, die reden jetzt auch größtenteils nur noch über die gezeigten Spiele schon. Ne, Lies of P oder Lies of P müsste das sein, ne? Und so. So wie Dead Island. Ja, ich muss ganz ehrlich sagen, ich war nie Dead Island mäßig so in dem Sinne Fan von. Also klar, so Zombie-Kram habe ich auch mal gespielt, auch so wie Left 4 Dead oder Left 4 Dead 2 und so, aber sag mal so, es ist vielleicht nicht ganz mein Genre, wo ich sage, da warte ich sehnsüchtig drauf. Ne? Aber ich bin sehr gespannt, was alles so rauskommt. Also, abgesehen von dem, was jetzt hier schon gezeigt wurde. Und vor allen Dingen bin ich auch die nächsten Tage gespannt, da ich jetzt morgen bis einschließlich Sonntag für die Indie Arena Booth natürlich auch Indie-Games anzocken darf und streamen darf. Da bin ich sehr gespannt drauf. Und da sind einige Spiele bei, wo ich sage, jo, könnte spaßig werden. Genau, das ist, glaube ich, Dings. War das Destiny 2 Ding? Ich glaube, das war sogar das Destiny 2 Ding.
Neo Luna, I believe it's on Neptune, and this is an area that hasn't been like war-torn, so it's really futuristic. We have the new.
Ihr habt ja nicht immer alles von Anfang an mitbekommen.
I'm blanking off their name off the top of my head, but it's neat because there's this character Callus who's been sort of in the backstory for a really, really long time, and this seems to be.
Finde ich aber sehr interessant alles.
With the witness who has empowered him to really help the Cabal give the Guardians their money.
Wir hören da noch mal ein bisschen zu, würde ich sagen. Noch habe ich keinen Bock, jetzt aufzuhören mit dem Stream.
Where the arc abilities were reworked, and I could talk about Destiny for the rest of the show.
Why don't you? I mean, you have your time in Destiny 1
genau,
and 2,
Destiny.
Just, since
Destiny 2
it's in the thousands of hours. So, but what you saw clearly, I mean, you had a big smile on your face the whole time you were talking about that. So, this is clearly going to be of interest.
Destiny 2, Lightfall.
This is hitting the right note for you.
Yeah, absolutely. But Lightfall is something that people have been looking forward to for a long time, and even today we found out that they're bringing back the Kingsfall raid, that they're not going to do content sunsetting. So it's not just Lightfall; it's also all of the other announcements that sort of came along with it, and it's all happening today. Not only like literally today because they're launching the content, but we're also getting a look at what's going to be taking place over the next year in the world of Destiny 2.
Jonathan, I want to go next to Everywhere.
Yes.
Genau, Everywhere war auch was ich mir aufgeschrieben habe.
Game Everywhere.
Yeah, we can plan a course for
so this is significant because
weil es mich interessiert, was das für ein Spiel ist, muss ich sagen. Weil viel wurde da ja auch nicht
primary creative forces of Grand Theft Auto since GTA 3.
Yeah.
Was at Rockstar for 20 years. There was
weil das sieht ein bisschen aus wie so ein Open World mit verschiedenen Gebieten, aber auch als dass du da so rumrennen kannst, aber auch irgendwie fährst.
Ich bin ein Pirat, gut von dir. Lebe der größte Pirat aller Zeiten.
Karasu! Wenn das nicht mein alter Kollege Karasu ist. Vielen, vielen Dank für deinen Raid. So. Ja, wie du siehst, sind wir gerade hier bei Dings, bei Gamescom. Gamescom Opening Night, jetzt habe ich's. Wie geht's, wie steht's? Ich muss mal gucken, ob ich es richtig geschrieben habe. Ich glaube ja. So. The Dark Occult gab's bei dir. Ah. Ja, ich schaue die Opening Night Gamescom. Weil ich mich interessiert natürlich. Schlimm. Oha, schlimm. Horror-Game. Ja, okay. Ich bin ja eh nicht so der Horror-Spieler. Horror-Game-Spieler. Ne? Mach mal ein bisschen leiser. Die quatschen ja größtenteils nur Englisch. Ja, ich hab mir, ne, das Ding läuft jetzt schon seit 20 Uhr. Und ich muss ganz ehrlich sagen, es gibt interessante Spiele, die rauskommen. Ne, also ich habe mir auch schon, ich glaube, jetzt muss ich gerade mal gucken, von denen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Spiele schon aufgeschrieben ins Handy. Ne? Ich auch. nicht drauf erfreut, dass die Leute, wenn ich mich einkacke. Ja. Das ist Standard. Wenn man seiner Community sagt, hey, ich mag dies, das, jenes nicht, dann sind die erpicht drauf, dass du das spielst. So, darauf... Ja, jetzt sieht man es leider nicht mehr. Auf das Spiel, was eben gezeigt wurde, freue ich mich natürlich auch. Ne? Hier Gotham Knights. Ja, zudem, ne, Karasu, bin ich ja den Rest der Woche auch mit Indie-Games drin. Ne? Also, ich darf ja zum dritten Mal oder zum dritten Jahr in Folge, darf ich ja für die Indie Arena Boost auch wieder Indie-Games antesten. Und ich dachte mal, als kleiner Start gucken wir uns mal die Gamescom an. Ne? Da sieht man's. Das ist irgendwie so ein bisschen Autorennen-mäßig. Ne? Und mich hat's halt, wie gesagt, interessiert, was so an Games dieses Jahr oder nächstes Jahr so rauskommt. Ich wünsche allen einen guten Abend. Nice, Indie-Games sind oft top. Ich muss wieder los und morgen schaffen. Alles klar, Karasu. Dir auch noch einen schönen Abend und einen Start morgen in den Tag. Ne? Vielen Dank nochmal für den Raid. Ne? Ja. Neuer Controller. Gab es ja natürlich für PlayStation. Ja. Kurz Nächtle, Karasu.
DualSense must come with these then, and they're just training people to get used to it, and then it didn't. Obviously, it seemed like a testing ground for what would come with the Edge. We're seeing, you know, customizable pieces here, changes to the analog sticks, not what some people may obviously want. They're very much keeping it to the PlayStation style. So
ja, eigentlich muss mal gucken. Ich habe dich letzter Zeit auch nicht großartig online gesehen. Mal gucken, ob Twitch mir wieder den Follow rausgezogen hat. Mir hat er nämlich ja schon bei manchen Follow rausgezogen. Aber das gucke ich nach der Show.
Lights kind of go along the edge. I think the design of it is really cool. But we didn't get a release date or a price. I think the PlayStation blog post about it said, coming in the months ahead, we're excited to reveal more. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was like early 2023. It'd be cool if it was before Black Friday. If we could get it out for the holidays, that would be really cool. But I would see either before the holidays or after the holidays, sort of thing.
They made it a point to confirm that it was designed by Sony, which is great to hear. Like, there's not a third party designing it. And honestly, I've been really excited for PlayStation to announce a new controller for the PlayStation 5. One, because like we've had the Elite, they're on the third, rumored to be doing the third generation of the Elite, right? Over on the Xbox side of things. We talk about it on Unlocked a lot. And I'm really happy to see that PlayStation's getting in on this game, because these controllers, while expensive, offer a lot of cool features.
Yeah, it's and I would think the price, we can at least use the Xbox Elite controller's price as a ballpark for this DualSense Edge. Now, that was one of the things that was really kind of buzzed about on social media during the course of Opening Night Live. Something else that was, Destin, was The Lords of the Fallen, the sequel to the 2014 action RPG Lords of the Fallen. So going with a Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad type of thing here, but trailer looked great.
Yeah, the Lords of the Fallen is supposedly a spiritual successor to Lords of the Fallen. Actually, a very
Lords of the Fallen.
Game that sort of was one of the
Wie
first
gesagt, das sieht mir sehr nach einem
games before
Souls-like-Spiel mal wieder aus.
So it looks like we're going back to that world, and we're going to be killing enemies using their abilities. I didn't play Lords of the Fallen, full disclosure, but I love Souls-like games, and to hear that this game that was positively received by the
sagte gerade, er liebt Souls-like Games, also wird das wieder ein Souls-like sein.
Working on it for some time, because again, as I just said, Lords of the Fallen was 2014. That is 8 years ago at this point. So they've been keeping busy on this new one. Now, also buzzed about online, Hogwarts Legacy
Da kommt ein Thema, worauf ich mich auch, wie gesagt, freue. Hogwarts Legacy.
In our wrap up here, but Hogwarts Legacy, February 2023.
Im Februar kommt das raus, wenn sie es nicht noch verschieben, ne?
Because there's really a lot of potential for this to really like tap into the Harry Potter universe in a game in a way in like a way we've all wanted to see.
Yeah, strangely, I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. Like, I've seen all the movies, right? I didn't read the books or anything, but seeing this and seeing how they managed to incorporate gameplay in the world of Harry Potter in terms of like how the spells are going to attack enemies and such has me really listening and paying attention to what's going on with Hogwarts. I'm pretty excited to try it out and hop in and sign up for whichever fat Gryffindor or whoever I end up with and seeing what adventures they have in store.
Yeah, Jonathan, I know you're a big Harry Potter fan, and this, now that we're seeing some gameplay out of this, and it's seemingly finally getting closer. I don't really believe any release date at this point until
bin ich
like,
sehr
we get
gespannt
the gold
drauf auf
announcement
das Game.
of the game going off to certification. But what'd you make of the demo today?
It was surprisingly darker, I'd say. I think they're trying to show the different facets of the world that they're going for, because the franchise definitely could go through different, not genres, but different tones at different parts of the series. So this felt like showing you a little darker side of it. I think we got one of the unforgivable curses in here. It's certainly something that it feels like they want to show you the sort of, I suppose maybe not challenge, but what's on the line and what's at stake for the characters in this world. And certainly went to some places I didn't expect this to go to, like the undead. I didn't expect that, I guess, at first glance from this game. So, yeah.
Yeah, looking good. So it's on the list with 7,000 other big games for 2023. So we will look forward to that. Now, we've got about like 90 seconds before we take a quick break. And in that time, there was one other game buzzed about. This is a word from our team on site that was actually attending in the audience for Opening Night Live. We're told the biggest cheer in the room today came for Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So, tapping into that B-Movie.
Lasst euch das mal an. Ich muss noch mal kurz für kleine Piraten.
And like Destin, this game, like this is an interesting premise for a game, though. Like it could totally work.
Yeah, absolutely. And all the games that have been done by this team have gone on to see quite big success. Yeah. So I'm really excited to see what they do with this sort of kooky horror genre movie franchise and incorporating it into the style of games that they've been making.
Jonathan, if you had Killer Clowns from Outer Space turning into a video game on your list of dormant IPs that would be adapted into a video game, I think if you had that on your bingo card, well, congratulations.
Yeah, it worked out real well for you this Gamescom. Of course I did, but I've never seen these movies, so but like you said, there's obviously a lot of love for taking these classic horror franchises and turning them into multiplayer games. So
yeah, I mean, we're watching the gameplay now, obviously, and there's enough. It's goofy enough inherently, and nobody will come into this taking it seriously as like a as a real horror game. It'll be like you know what you're in for here.
I'm in it for the story. I think, yes.
Yeah, so we'll keep a close eye on this one as well. All right, well. There are other games that we are excited for that we'll be taking a closer look at later on. I talked about Dead Island 2. Also, new Tales from the Borderlands, that's tops on my list, as well as Where Winds Meet. And when we come back again, that's Dead Island 2 time. So don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back to talk about that right after this.
Gamescom 2022 is presented by Samsung SSD, essential for gaming.
The only thing better than listening to IGN podcasts is watching them. Luckily, all your favorite weekly shows are here on IGN One. Whether you're chasing the latest Xbox releases with Unlocked, looking for your PlayStation fix with Beyond, tracking everything coming to Switch with Nintendo Voice Chat, or catching up on this week's gaming news with GameScoop, we've got you covered. Check it out. Tune in every weekday at 5 p.m. for the best gaming coverage right here on IGN One.
If you're not following IGN on social media, what are you waiting for? We're constantly updating our feeds to bring you the latest news, gameplay, custom original content.
Da komme ich ja richtig wieder, wenn die so mit Werbung.
Videos and art, and a whole lot more. Be part of the conversation throughout the year. Follow
IGN
IGN on
Werbung.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Snapchat. Everybody loves watching a speedrun of their favorite game, but what if you got a chance to peek into the mind of the developers behind those games as they watch their hard work get completely destroyed right in front of them?
Interessant.
That's exactly what happens on every episode of Devs React to Speedruns. We invite you to ride along with the developers as they watch, react, and enjoy some of the craziest gameplay by the most skilled speedrunners on the planet. Tune in every Saturday for a brand new episode.
Der Reacts zu Speedruns, okay. Ich muss ganz ehrlich sagen, also Speedruns würde ich nie hinkriegen. Zumindest nie wirklich schnell oder so. Ne? Dann auch wieder alles Werbung hier. IGN vor. Ja. Ich glaube, jetzt ist so langsam vorbei. Jetzt kommen nur noch die ganzen
The First
Partner,
Descendant
oder?
is Nexon's new
Ach so.
co-op action RPG
Doch
shooter
nicht.
made in Unreal Engine 5 that transports
noch
players
nicht,
to
okay.
a sci-fi world where they will unravel the secret behind the Descendant's power across various missions and raids in single player and multiplayer. Let's take a look at what's in store for players during the First Descendant Steam beta coming this October.
We always ask questions.
Doch auch schon wieder nach
What is it that actually exists? Where does the origin come from? Where are we headed to in the end? If you feel confused, just reload your gun.
The first is interessant. Okay.
At Opening Night Live, we discovered that Dead Island 2 is very much alive.
Ja, Dead
And here
Island
from
2,
Dann
jetzt
Studios,
kommt's.
I've got David and James, the game director and creative director, to chat all about it. Hi guys, it's great to have you here. It's great to actually see Dead Island shambling around.
Thank you, we're very excited.
So it's obviously a lot of people have been waiting a very long time for this game, and obviously you guys are now at the helm. And I was just wondering, just for a start, could you give us a quick introduction to kind of what Dead Island 2 actually is?
Yeah, sure. So Dead Island 2 is an action RPG first-person zombie-slaying game, and it's set in LA. We take players on a roller coaster ride through all fantastic locations, postcard locations through LA, from the beaches of Venice and Santa Monica through to luxurious mansions in Bel Air, and it's all playable in 3-player co-op.
And obviously, kind of, we first saw Dead Island 2 a long time ago with a very different trailer. What is the current creative vision? Is it very different to what we glimpsed back in the day?
I think the original teaser trailer back in 2014 now had a really good basis. The idea that Paradise Gone to Hell is a Los Angeles. I think that's a great basis for lots of iconic locations that people know the world over, and a lot of opportunity for some good characterization, some interesting NPCs and some interesting story. But from our point of view, we took on the game in 2018. That's Deep Silver Dambuster Studios, and we wanted to start with a clean sheet. We wanted to absolutely drill down and focus on zombie combat at the core, get everything up in your face and really personal and visceral and make that sort of street level personal struggle. We also wanted to shy away from the more survivor based, the grim and the gritty, you know, our
Wenn
heroes
man mal
aren't
bedenkt, wie
survivors,
viel,
they're thrivers.
wie
You
es
know, they run
da auch
towards
das
the
ganze
horde and
Blut
they
aussieht.
absolutely thrill
Also
in zombie slaughter. And we also have a very
Ja.
distinct pulp tone as well. So, you know, we don't sort of, this isn't a dirge about the ills of humanity. This is a story about heroes surviving and fighting against zombies. You know, the zombies are very much the bad guys, humans are very much the good guys, and we empower the player to just sort of really thrill in that experience.
We're in kind of like an era now where there are a few other kind of zombie games that do kind of first-person brawling, but what I've seen of this game, you've got kind of like a unique take on it, right? Like, it seems that these zombies are dropping apart with like procedural perfection almost. So, David, could you give me an idea of like how you've made this happen?
We've probably spent an unhealthy amount of time passionately developing our own gruesome gore tech, which we codename internally Flesh, and that's short for fully locational evisceration system for humanoids, and that allows players to slice, dice, chop, dismember, melt, bludgeon, break zombies in all kinds of spectacular and stylish ways, and it's all
Da sind manchmal Szenen bei, die haben wir vorhin schön zensiert mit Nope.
You can see it burn through the clothes and all the soft tissue and down through the organs and into the bones. So yeah, we've put a lot of effort into the core combat and the gore that goes along with that.
Yeah, it seems just delightfully like grotesque. It's some of the things I've seen in this game are worse than anything I've seen before, but that pulpy nature kind of makes it so fun. What other kind of things are you bringing to the combat? Obviously, it's almost seems very, very kinetic, very fast-paced. What have you got going on there?
We've got a whole series of different tiers, really, of sort of contributed elements to the combat. We've just got the core moves, you know, dodging, blocking, dash striking, all kinds of different skills that you can do, kicking, drop kicking, those kind of things. Then we've got what we call curveballs that you throw into the mix. So these are throwable items like shurikens and Molotov cocktails and timed bait bombs, meat bait bombs that attract the zombies in and then explode. On top of that, we've got the combat sandbox itself. So the world is very physicalized. So we do quite a lot with fluids in the game, fuel and water and caustic fluid. So, for example, you can use jerry cans or knock over, like spill water on the ground, and then you can throw your electro katana into the pool, and that'll electrify zombies. So, yeah, there's a whole sort of mix of things going on within this sort of combat.
Also ordentlich Features reingebaut,
utilize that, especially
wie man Zombies töten kann.
It's really a sort of a symphony in a way of combat.
James, the original game is well known and loved because of its absolutely bonkers weapons, you know, kind of like we're taking baseball bats and axes and putting kind of like electrical components and flamethrowers on them. What is Dead Island 2's approach to this kind of stuff?
Well, all of our weapons, and we've got a range of them, each of them has its own style for use and benefits and drawbacks. I think the best way to sum it up is you have to get used to the right tool for the job. You can modify all the weapons, and those modifications stack with perks as well. And so the idea is that you're building a loadout. No matter what kind of bizarre zombie situation you come to, there's I've got a weapon for that, right? Okay. Learn how to chop and change quickly between the weapons, and then combine that with all the moves. And of course, we haven't even mentioned the skill deck yet, which is a kind of deep RPG element.
Well, let's dive into that. It's an RPG, so obviously that means that skills, traits, that kind of stuff, but the way that you're approaching it is like with a card deck. So can you explain how it actually works?
Yeah, that's right. So over the course
Bei solchen Zombie-Spielen finde ich mal, würde ich eigentlich immer interessant finden, wenn man wirklich alles als Waffe nutzen kann. Ne? Also nicht so dieses vorgezogene, was man bei den meisten Zombie-Spielen kennt, so okay, Schusswaffen, du hast irgendwelche Knüppel, die du da zimmern kannst, sondern was weiß ich, du nimmst jetzt ganz doof Handy und stopfst ihm das ins Maul oder so. Oder was weiß ich. Ne, du siehst, okay, hey komm, hier ist eine Flasche, bam.
Gameplay customization to suit whatever playstyle players prefer.
Weil rein theoretisch, wenn man es so nimmt, ist ja dementsprechend, kann alles eine Waffe sein.
they're not
Wie effektiv
entirely
das
all
ist
human,
dann
are
eine
they?
andere Sache,
Yes,
aber
I mean, we don't want to give
ne?
too much away, but you know, you are bitten and infected, and it's changing you in powerful and perhaps disturbing ways. So as you adventure through the game and as you unlock different tiers of your skill deck and different cards to go into that skill deck, you kind of have to embrace your slayer. Perhaps you're also embracing a bit of the zombie as well. So as you go through the game, you're constantly getting glimpses of what it's like to kind of let yourself go and let the virus take charge of you and empower you to chew your way through the horde.
Ja
Now, obviously, that's a lot of chatting about kind of the who we are and what we can do, but I guess the secondary main character, or maybe even the main character, is LA itself. So what can you tell us about kind of your approach to the world and what kind of things that you can do within it?
Our LA is divided up into a series of really recognisable, notable districts. I mentioned a few of them earlier, you know, beaches of Santa Monica, luxury Bel Air mansions. We have quite wide open districts with plenty of exploration within them. There are side quests. We have hub locations where you'll go and meet other survivors. We have workbenches that you can go and customise your weapons, weapon lockers, things like that. So yeah, there's a lot of really fun gameplay just exploring some of these interesting spaces. And obviously with it being LA, you'll sort of meet all kinds of quirky individuals and get to pick up plenty of world building and really interesting lore about the outbreak and about the lives of these different Angelinos.
And in terms of quirky characters, obviously some survivors, but plenty of dead as well. You've got a very interesting kind of collection of different zombie types and different kind of zombie models. But what has been your approach to zombies? Did you want them to be kind of like the traditional Romero shamblers, or had you got like a fresh take on them?
Well, first of all, we wanted to keep zombie at the core. So, you know, essentially they are humans that have turned into zombies, but we have various different sort of flavorful variants which reflect the different iconic locations, and then we have, you know, zombies that have slightly different bizarre effects associated with them, and then on top of that we've got a more sort of sinister, we call them the apex variants, and they're the ones that have been changed a little bit more by the zombie virus and perhaps give hints about where you yourself might be going. So yeah, we've got a panoply of zombies, each of them reflecting the different locations, the iconic locations. We've got various tiers of zombie kind of evolution, but we are being very careful to still keep them as very much recognizably human, right? To us, the whole point of a zompocalypse or a zombie outbreak is that you still have reflections of the life that's been lost. Even when we look at our locations in the game, we've been very careful to keep that shine, that through the Hollywood lens, LA that everybody knows. So we've always got a reminder of what's been lost, because again, it's humans are the good guys and the zombies are the bad guys, right? And it's about sort of saving humanity.
And saying that humans are the good guys, obviously humans, multiple, co-op is a big thing of the original Dead Island. We like to fight zombies in groups. I assume co-op is coming to Dead Island too?
Yeah, absolutely. So the campaign, your journey to escape LA is playable in 3-player co-op.
The other thing is obviously we'd like to play as different characters, so I assume different characters as well to choose from?
Yeah, so in Dead Island 2 we've got 6.
Dieses standardmäßige.
They all start with slightly different starting
Da kommt, dieser Zombie, den kann man doch kaum ernst nehmen. Erstmal, der hat, ne, keine Beine mehr, ne, das heißt, er kann einen nicht hinterher rennen, sondern nur noch kriechen. Und dann so überfallmäßig eine Strumpfhose über den Kopf. Also, aber finde ich cool.
And it sounds like these characters generally have that kind of almost larger than life element to them. It's that pulpy style.
Gott, ich werd müde, Leute.
Kind of like a grim and gritty kind of post-apocalypse survival style.
Yeah, we're not about navel gazing. You know, we're about those sort of John McClane style, die-hard kind of characters with a kind of wink to camera, bit of a quip, and then sort of just wading into the fray.
So, can you give us an idea as to when we might actually be able to play it?
Absolutely. So you'll be able to get your hands on Dead Island 2 on February the 3rd, 2023.
Fantastic. David, James, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
And that was one of our many exclusives today. We're with you for a while. Stick with us. We had a closer look there at Dead Island 2 with IGN's Matt Purslow. Let's talk about it. February 3rd, 2023. Dead Island 2. Yes, it reminds me of a lighter version version of Dying Light in terms of the tone. And yes, it reminds me a little. There's some Dead Rising in there, but none of that's a bad thing. Destiny, like, it looks fun.
Yeah, it actually looks fun. One of my favorite things to see were how they like laid down a liquid and then ignited the liquid, and you got to see the zombies catch on fire. And you and I were reacting in real time to seeing just how gory the game gets. Taking a quick peek over at Matt Perslow's preview, he says there's a lot of really gory stuff in there. So if you're into that sort of combat focus in a game, this looks great. And we talked off the air about how I played this in, 2014 was it? When it came out at PAX Prime. There's footage.
2 developers ago, by the way.
Yeah.
It's now, I don't know if this has ever happened, at least, I don't know if a game has ever come out after switching developers midstream twice.
Yeah.
Jaeger was the first team on this, and then Sumo Digital, and now it's Deep Silver Dam Buster. So, you know, it's and you heard on Opening Night Live.
Nope.
Team more or less started from scratch 4 years ago. So
Finde ich immer, fand ich geil,
quite a ride with this.
dass sie das so
I'm excited
machen.
to see
So,
this. I
nope.
really like the story elements too. You and I were talking about how we were kind of surprised that they have a lot of story seeming like they put into this world.
Yeah, different playable characters that you can choose from that all seem to have.
Aber es sieht wieder nach einem sehr spaßigen Spiel aus, muss ich sagen. So Zombies kloppen kann ja sehr spaßig sein. Da, nope.
Dystopia, but a little utopian, because there's some people are living in some lavish lifestyles despite a zombie apocalypse.
And maybe by design or by accident.
Es sieht, wie gesagt, sehr witzig aus.
Grand Theft Auto 5, because
Nope.
they're set in the same place. It's like, oh, if this is like a much goofier, lighter version of that world with massive zombie beheading gore, I mean, that's fun. Like, there's just there's nothing about this that I didn't like. I mean, I'm really happy to see it actually getting close to the finish line, and if it's really coming out in February, that means we should hopefully get our hands-on playable of it here in, I would guess, the next 2-3 months.
Hopefully. Yeah, those zany characters were
Wie
definitely
gesagt,
what
das
sold
sieht
me
sehr
on
spaßig aus.
revisiting Dead Island
Gerade
2,
so die
because,
Zombies
I mean, let's be
platt
honest,
machen.
I wrote it off a long time ago,
Ne.
having not heard anything about
Nope.
it, but this looks fun.
It does. I mean, and it's.
Ich frage mich, ob das auch jetzt nur wegen dem Trailer-Kram jetzt so da zensiert ist oder auch in-game. Wenn das in-game auch so zensiert ist, so mit Nope, dann finde ich das irgendwie amüsant, wenn man bedenkt, was das für ein Spiel ist.
Both of those games and their DLC, and by making a good game and supporting it long term, and that's, you know, I couldn't help but chuckle when the developer who was on stage was talking about, like, oh, we took a lot, you know, whatever, our ideas for the franchise. It's like, well, hold on. There was one game over 10 years ago. Now you're making a second one. But I imagine, Jonathan, that to invest all this time over the course of 3 developers to trying to actually commit to getting this game done and out the door, that the Deep Silver does see this as a franchise, a multi-game franchise long term.
Ja, das jedes Mal
to have the name Dead Island 2 out there for 8
von wegen,
years and to
ich
still be
krieg dich
committed to
mit
making
meiner
that game a
Strumpfhose
reality,
über den
they
Kopf.
have to see this as a long-term investment in Dead Island, because, you know, the first one I think came out and was pretty well received.
Yeah, it was good.
But
Oh.
it was so
Oh
acclaimed.
Leute, ich glaube, ich werde auch gleich Feierabend machen. Muss ich mal
Dead
gucken.
Island 2, they think of the original
the roller skating.
Schickt euch gleich noch zu jemandem rüber.
There are fans of it, of course, obviously, with this coming back, but I think for them it's more seeing, like, what can we do within
Keine
the
Batterien.
genre, in the space, and, like, to your point, obviously it's not going to be exactly like Dying Light, but it clearly is taking some influence from there, some influence from Dead Rising, other zombie-like things, and putting it all together, and also putting that out, as weird as it is, early in the year is a good spot. The first Dying Light blew up in January.
That's true.
We've seen other horror games pop off in the beginning of the year, and so February
Aber
is
wie
a good time
gesagt,
for
gleich.
this. The floodgates
Ne?
haven't quite been opened, and dates haven't been marked for 2023 yet, so getting this out there early, I think, you know, especially seeing this gameplay deep dive, it looks fun. It looks like it has a lot of wacky sensibility to it.
Well, pop off a fitting term given the zombie gore we just saw. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and I promise it won't be anywhere near the length of time that you had to wait to see Dead Island 2 again. IGN's coverage of Opening Night Live, including an exclusive look at gameplay from Where Winds Meet, which was one of the highlights today, will return right after this.
Yo.
Gamescom 2022 is presented by Samsung SSD, essential for gaming.
So.
I'm Akeem Lawanson, and this is What to Watch on IGN1. It's a weekly show where we check out the latest and greatest in trailers, reviews, and everything else in the world of entertainment. Tune in to new episodes every Friday at 9 p.m. on IGN1.
IGN is your go-to for the latest and best in games, movies, and...
So, für die Leute, die jetzt nicht gleich mit rüber waden wollen, zu dem, was ich, wo ich hinwaden will, sondern noch weiter das verfolgen will. Hier ist der Twitch-Kanal. Da fällt mir gerade ein, ich habe gar nicht die Chatbox ausgemacht. Ne? Ansonsten raide ich euch jetzt mal. Komm, wir raiden euch mal zum lieben Crat. Ne? Würde mich freuen, wenn ihr gleich mit rüber raidet. Und dem lieben Crat da mal ein Hallöchen schreibt in den Chat. Für mich ist es aber zu... Ich werde zu müde. Sorry, Leute. Und vor allen Dingen, ich muss morgen ja auch wieder früh hoch. Weil ich natürlich dementsprechend morgen irgendwie was vorhab, sondern im Sinne von Arbeit oder so, sondern eher im Sinne von morgen 15 Uhr fangen die ersten Indie-Games bei mir an. Also wenn ihr ab 15 Uhr wieder auf meinem Kanal vorbeischaut, sollten die ersten Indie-Games, die ich anzocken darf, auch dementsprechend dort ich euch zeigen können. Sagen wir es mal so. Ne? Dementsprechend danke ich natürlich fürs Reinschauen. Wie gesagt, wer keinen Bock hat mitzuraiden, kann auch auf den Link klicken, dann kommt ihr zu dem Stream von der Gamescom selber. Und ich würde mich freuen, wenn ihr morgen ab 15 Uhr dann wieder reinschauen könntet. Also, dementsprechend tschüss, ciao. Euer Levos.